guys, it's Nikki, and as you can tell by the tag below, I am today doing the my first time tag, and oddly enough I was tagged by my next door neighbour Laura, who doesn't make videos but should. Laura. So yeah, here we go. This is the my first time tag. I was tagged to do the sprinkle full of glitters one, but I noticed that her first time tag video was actually personal between her and Zuella, so I found the actual official my first time tag with its questions, so I'm going to do that one. Excuse if you can hear music in the background, my neighbours are enjoying and loving the sunshine, so there might be a few raised voices, and if there are any swear words in the background, I would like to apologise right now, because they have no children over there, and it is evening time. Anyway, first question is first tweet. I can't remember. To be honest, I don't go on Twitter that often, and I can't even remember my last tweet, let alone my first, so sorry, crap at this one so far. Okay, first YouTube video. I think one of my first YouTube videos was actually my nephew driving my father's boat, or steering my dad's boat, and my first NickieWitch nail related tag video was actually a tag video, and I think it was the nail polish obsession tag, so I might be wrong, but pop back and have a look and find out for me. I could do it myself, but you know. Hey. Anyway, next question is first person you subscribed to on YouTube. Do you know, to be honest, I think the first person I subscribed to was actually my daughter. Yeah, and she doesn't make videos anymore. But yeah, but the first big person that you all know would probably have been Robin Moses, because of her nail art being absolutely amazing. And now I'm subscribed to so many wonderful, amazing ladies. It's brilliant. So yeah, there we go. First Facebook profile pic. It was a bit of a sad one. It was me, dead straight hair, no makeup whatsoever, but a bit of eyeliner, sort of looking a bit like a wet donkey. But yeah, that was my first Facebook profile picture, and that was, I don't even want to ask how many years, oh excuse me, how many years ago. I apologise for that. Next question. Do you still talk to your first love? Well, actually, yeah, I do. Because my first love would be my mum and dad. So, yeah, I do still talk to my first love. Ta-da! I know it's cheating. I don't speak to my first official boyfriend anymore, if that's what you're asking. So, yeah. What was your first alcoholic drink? I was a little bit on the cheeky side, actually. My first alcoholic drink, I was only a few weeks, months old. And my grandparents used to own a pub in the town we lived in, and my granddad's got my dummy or pacifier, depending on where you come from, you know it as that, and stuck it in his pint of Guinness, popped it in my chops, and if I didn't cry, I was the surname that I used to be. So yeah, and needless to say, NickieWitch didn't cry. In fact, she smiled, gurgled, and asked for more, so hey ho, it's in the genes, you know. Next question. What was your first job? Apart from the obligatory paper round that I think we've all done, my first job was on a Saturday, and I actually had two jobs. One was working every second Saturday, and the other one worked in between the other Saturday, so they rolled on from each other, one Saturday and one the next. I was a waitress in a roadside coffee bar. Excuse the scratching, Portia. But I was a waitress in a roadside, it was like a truck stop sort of thing, and I was also a shop assistant in a second-hand clothing store, which I absolutely loved. I suppose in America you'd call it a thrift store, and I absolutely loved it because it was called New to You, and I got so many amazing clothes there, and I was like 13, 14 years at the time, so loved it. What's the next one? What was your first car? I haven't passed my driving test, but my ex-husband did buy me a bright green Renault 5 in order to encourage me to pass my driving test, so technically that was my first car. Never drove it. Well, I did drive it, but it was never I was never legal to drive it, so. But yeah, no driver's license, first car. Brilliant. Next question. Who was the first person to text you today? Well, the first person to message me today was actually James. And even though he's still in Canada, he had to get up quite early this morning because they're going out in the field for the next couple of days. So he texted me to say good morning, even though it was the afternoon for me, to say that he was going to be out on the field for a couple of days and I won't be able to talk to him. Sad face. But it's okay because he's coming home in 2 weeks. Next question. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? Well, that was actually the same answer. I always think of James first thing in the morning and wondering if he's just going to sleep as I'm waking up and that sort of thing. So, I know, soppy old sod, aren't I? Next question. Who was your first grade teacher? Now, being in the UK, I'm a little bit as to first grade teachers, but my very first ever teacher was this lovely, wonderful lady called Mrs. Corbett, and I absolutely adored her. And if I was to walk down the street in my old town, even to this day, she would recognise me, still talk to me, and we'd still talk about the old times and the new times. When I had my daughter 20 years ago, she actually bought her this gorgeous little white lace dress, and I've kept hold of that as well. So yeah, Mrs. Corbett was my first ever teacher, which for those in the States, that would be preschool. Yeah, preschool. I'd be 4 or 5 years old, so there we go. Da, da, da. When did you go on your first ride on an aeroplane? Oh, let me think. That would be about 13, 14 years ago. My father and my brother moved out to Spain, and my dad, well, they both went to go and live on a boat and do it all up and everything. So I used to go out there twice a year for seven glorious years, and it was free accommodation because we stay on the boat. So glorious. So yeah, that was my first time about 14 years ago. Where are we? There we go. Who was your best friend and do you still talk? My best friend when I was in school was a lass called Nikki. I know. And when we was friends from the age of sort of 7 or 8 all the way through to the very last day of school. We're still friends today, but we were that close in school, we were actually known as a pair of knickers. But in junior school, which is middle school, from the age of 7 to 11, me and my friend, sort of at the age of 7, 8, we used to stand in the school playground and sing Bucks Fizz songs for the kids in the school below us. Yeah, because we rocked. But yeah, Nikki was my best friend at school, and there was also a couple of others. There was like a little group of 4 or 5 of us that were all really, really close. There was Jane, there was Linda, there was Becky, there was Dawn, there was one lad called Duncan, and then there was me and Nikki that were like inseparable, and it was Jane and Linda that was inseparable and stuff like that. So, but yeah, best friend at school, still talk to now, still on Facebook. She's got 2 profiles, mind you, and that's my friend Nikki. So if you're watching, hi gorgeous. Okay, next question. Where was your first sleepover? I actually remember my first sleepover. That was at my friend Linda's house, and she lived in a little village a bit further out from town, and I think it was her first sleepover as well, and we stayed up what we thought was quite late at night, and when we heard her mum coming up the stairs, because we were watching Our Wiedersehen Pet at the time, we turned the TV off really quickly, scrambled back into bed, tried to pretend we were asleep, and her mum just came in. She goes, "Come on girls, I know you're awake." She goes, "I brought you sausage and chips." She'd been down the chippy. So yeah, jumbo buttered sausage, chips and a pot of baked beans and mushy peas to share between us. So yay, thanks Jean, love you Linda. But yes, that was my first sleepover. I think I was about 12 years old, 11, 12 years old. Right, next question. What was the first thing you did this morning? First thing I did this morning was make myself an ooking great big cup of coffee. That was a nice one. Where's the next one? What was the first concert you ever went to? Now, I've never actually been to a big music concert. I've been to the Dishforth Festival on the Field. Those that are friends with me on Facebook have seen my photos from that. But I've never actually been to a big concert with, you know, somebody famous or anything like that, which is something I would love, 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 love to do. But I haven't been to a big concert as yet. Okay. First bone broken. Touch wood. I haven't broken a bone in my body. Technically. So, touch wood, not a bone broken. I have had both my little toes have had mishaps with horse riding, but not broken, so yay. Next question. First piercing. No piercings. No ears pierced. No piercing, no piercing, no piercing, no piercings. Next question. Which first foreign country you've gone to? That would have to be France on a school trip. We went to Calais. I believe it was Calais, or was it Boulogne? No, it was Calais on a school French trip. I was about 13 and we went on the ferry and everything. It's brilliant. It was back in 1980 something or other. We'll not go that far back though. Where are we now? First movie you remember seeing? First movie I remember seeing that stuck in my head and I've watched over and over and over and over 1001 times after each other has to be Grease. Came out in 1981, I was 7 years old, and I now have the DVD, the limited edition DVD, and it all plugged up here, so yeah, Grease. Okay, when was your first detention? See that halo? Yeah, I've never ever in my whole schooling years had detention. I was the little miss goody two-shoes quiet in the corner, so I'm making up for it now though. Next question. Who was your first roommate? Technically my first roommate was my sisters, because they're 7 years younger than me. I did have the room to myself, and then when they got older and out of cots and into beds, they moved in with me and I had to share with not just one but two. So yeah, my first roommate would be my sisters. Hi Liz, hi Chris. Okay. As far as college and stuff like that, I didn't have a roommate because I never went to college, so. And no, go to college, go to school, get an education. Next question. If you had one wish, what would it be? To not have rosacea. That would be a good one. Yeah, I think that would be it. If I was to have one wish, it would be just to not have my rosacea, so that I can go out with no makeup on. And I don't mind pimples, I don't mind spots, they're not a problem. My rosacea is. So yeah, if I had one wish, it would be to have no rosacea. What was the first sport you were involved in? I've done rounders at school, I was in netball at school, I did swimming at school. I think I even did high jump at one point and then realised I wasn't tall enough. But yeah, it was the main one that I was involved in was the rounders, and I was in the girls rounders team at school, and we went to different schools and played competitions and stuff, so that's the one that sticks in my head the most. What was the first thing you did when you got home? Well, I went out about an hour and a half ago, walked into town with my daughter, went to the shop, picked up a couple of items, came home, and the first thing I did was I turned my laptop on because I wanted to see what was going on in the world, because I haven't been on my vlogs and blogs today, so that was the first thing I did when I got home. What was the... oh no, that not one. When was your first kiss? Well, apart from family members, oh isn't she a beautiful baby, mwah. First kiss I remember was I was 9. I know, young. I was about 9 years old, and there was a lad in the same year, same class as me in school, and we used to sneak a little kiss after PE or sports, and when we were sent into the arts cupboard to fetch pens and papers and stuff like that. We both used to go together because there was one boy that had to do it and one girl that had to do it, and we used to sneak a little kiss in there, but it was literally a that sort of thing. So, but first proper kiss, I'm not going to divulge. But those that know me should know. And I'm going to have another one in about 2 weeks. Right, that is all the questions on this quiz. Sorry it wasn't the quiz you were looking for, Laura, but it is of my first quiz. The other one was a bit personal between Sprinkle of Glitter and Zuella, so a couple of questions I couldn't have answered. So, but yes, that was my first time quiz, first time tag. For those that clicked on this reading first time tag thinking I was going to tell you the first time of tough, because you ain't gonna know. But I am going to tag a few people to do this. Look for your names down below. I would also like to say thank you to the wonderful new subscribers I have got. Hello and welcome to my channel. For those who are visible subbies, I have subbed you back because I always sub to anybody who is subscribed to me. When they're visible, I can see that they've subbed. So thank you ever so much. And I only have a very small amount of numbers to go before I'm at 300 subscribers. Cannot believe it. Big, big thank you to all you wonderful ladies, especially those ladies that were my first subscribers. Absolutely wonderful. And to those that were my latest subscribers, again, absolutely wonderful. Never thought I'd reach any numbers like this, so yeah, slightly overwhelmed but immensely happy. Anyway, I am now going to go and enjoy the sunshine. I think I might make myself a caramel latte and just go boomf, because it is really warm here today. I did have my thermometer out earlier. I don't know quite where that's gone. Hang on. Oh, here it is. Let me tell you what temperature it is in the UK today. This is with the curtains closed. It is 24 degrees C. Excuse the state of this. I have had this. This was my mum's when I was little. But there you can see the temperature at the moment with the curtains closed in the shade. That has gone down. I had the curtains open earlier on and it was over 30. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, that's me waffling, and I shouldn't waffle because this has gone on long enough. So thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you, Laura, for tagging me. I want to tag you, but you won't do the video. So everybody comment down below, do the video, Laura, do the tag. So, right, that's it. Zoom. Finished talking. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and if you are in the UK in this heat wave, stay cool, drink plenty of liquids, and don't forget to leave water out for your pets and the birds. Thank you for watching. Bye.